Hi, all of you. Hi, Tapsi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Harshad. And hi,
Hi.
Vikrant.
Hi, Lakshmi.
So,
Hi. Hi.
hi. So, how is the pandemic treating you, and how did you manage to do the shoot, and how was it done in Haridwar?
Yeah, we actually shot the film before the first wave. Like there were bits and portions of the film which we had to shoot later, but I would say 80-85% of the film, we were lucky we shot in Jan, Feb and March. And then, 22nd March was when the lockdown was imposed, throughout the country. Uh, Luckily that way, we really did not face, major issues. But how has the pandemic treated me and my family? I think exactly the way that, it's been for most of the people. Uh, but I would also concede that God's been kind. I did lose a lot of people around me, people I knew, but my immediate family was safe. But whereas a lot of people around have lost quite a lot, so I'm sort of grateful and thankful for that. God's been kind. बैठे हुए यहाँ पे जीवित हैं, जिंदा हैं, और that's more than enough, I think.
And Tapsi, what is your story? Like, you were not there in the film initially, right? So, like, how were you taken in, and how did you get the film later?
This film you're talking about, how did I get it?
Yeah, yeah.
See, I had asked Kanika to narrate me this script when I got to know that she has something of this sort with her. Soon after Man Marziyan, that is. And then I went on a outdoor schedule, and by the time I came back, Kanika had given it to someone else. Kanika had narrated and logged on to someone else. And then I don't know what happened. Couple of months later, I get a call from her that she wants to narrate something to me, and I should urgently come to office, and I did. And that's when she narrated me this script. And I guess what is really meant for you comes for you, and eventually you get it. So that's how I ended up getting it. Now you can call it my conspiracy or their last resort, whatever it is. This is how it is.
And Harshvardhan, you play a very grey character in the show. Not a very grey character. All of you have little shades of grey in it. But
True.
Harshvardhan is a little bit more, I would say, I presume.
Little dark gray color you have. We have little light
A
gray color.
little bit more, little bit more. So, how did you prepare yourself for this role?
Nothing. Lakshmi ji, I just trusted the director because उनके मतलब कनिका मैम के दिमाग के ऊपर है ये कैरेक्टर. उन्होंने बस विनिल सर ने मुझे एक ही लाइन में ये समझाया कि हर्ष, you don't have to think of yourself because you might be very careful, you might be very righteous and responsible, but this character is everything that you are while when you're on an adventure trip or when you're doing river rafting, everything that we are when we are impulsive, when we are just not thinking about the consequences. So that helped me a lot. That it really helped me to play a character who does not think about the future कि आगे क्या होने वाला है, आज ये करना है तो कर देते हैं, सोचने में ठीक लग रहा है तो आगे चलते हैं, ज्यादा आगे के बारे में सोचना नहीं है. लेकिन then life has its own rules and then it gives you back, so you have to pay for it. And you have seen the film, we'll not tell the audience, but वो सब consequences आते हैं हमारी life में if we are too carefree. So it was more of a carefree character. So yeah.
And Vikrant, how did you prepare yourself for this particular role? It shows a small town boy who's very nice, and towards the end he gets this streaks of uh, ideas. And how did you do it?
I honestly, I didn't have to do quite a lot. I must have done bits and pieces here and there, but the writing was very clear cut. And when you are blessed with a script and a writer like that, half your job is done. And then it is complemented by the director who sort of translates that vision from paper to screen. So more or less, I would say it was a 50-50. I would want to believe that I do possess a certain capacity to understand human nature and human psychology, because that is something that I primarily focus on. And it was difficult in a lot of ways. It was emotionally taxing. There were days when you were missing the mark because you're exhausted, you're physically exhausted. you're tired, you're really not up to the mark. But then that's our job, I think, to sort of look within, derive any form of inspiration that sort of brings that thing out, and then you are able to translate it on screen. So I really cannot pinpoint on one particular thing. There is no one particular method to sort of prepare for a character. It's a job on the go, which you learn, you adapt, you respond depending on the situations you're in. So I was very fortunate, to sum it up, I would say what was written by Kanika, what Vinil visualized, how Tapsi responded to what I was doing. I think all that you see on screen is because of these people and a bit of mine.
Tapsi, did you, I would just like to ask, how much of these novels did you actually read in real life to get an idea of the kind of...
I just read the lines written by Kanika Dhillon because she is the closeted Dinesh Pandit in this film. I am not an ardent reader. Most of my life I've spent reading my textbooks, and then I moved on to scripts. Never got time to get into reading books habit. I've come across these books hanging at the railway station when I used to travel by train, but it's not like I got a chance to pick them up and read it because most of the time I was with my parents, and it just feels very like it feels very weird to be caught reading this because for some reason, good girls don't read such books kind of a scenario. So never got the courage to pick it up and read it. But so yeah, so I got to know all these lines and about what kind of things are written in it when I was reading, when Kanika was telling me and Kanika was reading the script.
But good girls can read Mills and Bones, but not Dinesh Pandit.
See, with the kind of explicit pictures that are there on these books, which are hanging at the railway station, I definitely at that time never wanted to be caught reading it when I'm traveling with my family in the same train.
And Vikrant, I don't think the pandemic has affected you much with so much of work coming your way, with so much we are having in our... I don't know how many, if I have to call out the list. So how it has been, like, how did you manage to do it?
Thank you so much. You're just being kind. But yes, I would say gods have been really kind. I was fortunate to have 4 releases last year, and I have 4 releases this year as well. In fact, 5. So yeah, I've been blessed. There definitely was a moment in all of our lives that work did take a backseat. In fact, general life did take a backseat. But we are in the business of movie making, So I think there are so many additionals and peripherals involved that you really cannot be sort of sitting on something for far too long. You really have to keep churning content day in, day out, and I think that's what people want also. So I was lucky in that case. I really have no qualms in entertaining people through different mediums. I've done my fair bit of everything. The larger idea is to come out and entertain people and also present yourself in different light from time to time. So yeah, God has been kind, people have been kind, they've been very receptive, and I hope I continue to do so.
And how has your journey been, Harshvardhan, in this whole?
The only word I can think of is slow. So yeah, but yeah, it's going good, and every year seems to be a little better than the last year, and that's, I think, a big blessing. I cannot think of a better place to be in life generally. I feel very very comfortable at this in this space where I am. So I don't know, I'm very thankful, grateful to all the makers and to people who keep wishing me well through social media. So thanks to them, I think I'm in a good space.
And Vikrant, what is your favorite scene and the most challenging scene from the film?
I really honestly cannot pinpoint one. I would say there are more than a couple, but the most challenging sequence was the sequence we shot on the terrace, primarily because I have fear of heights. Maybe I've sort of genetically sort of imbibed vertigo from my mother. She has very severe vertigo. I am petrified of heights, and it was very cold. It was very, very cold that day. And also Tapsi and I were supposed to, sort of emote, be very vulnerable, be flexible and respond to each other's dialogues. So वो बहुत ज़्यादा हम focus नहीं कर पा रहे थे उन चीज़ों पे. There were too many things, peripheral things that were sort of grabbing our attention. It was really, really difficult to shoot that scene, but I love that scene. I think it's come out really well. People have responded well to that. There is another sequence between Taapsee and I when, she's making tea for the first time and I actually tell her how do you make tea? Not a lot was spoken, very, very minimal words were exchanged between these two characters, but it's come out so well, and a lot of people have messaged me, the ones who've seen the film. They've told me, that is one of their favorite scenes too. So I think there are many, but right now I can only think of these two.
And Taapsee, what's the most challenging scene for you?
The most challenging scene is that Pallu scene, because I just couldn't control my fit of laughter while I was doing it. So I have given a lot of retakes for that scene because of my own stupidity that I laugh. So that took the whole day. That whole Pallu sequence took the whole day to shoot.
And when it comes to OTT, what do you think? Is it going to be the future of entertainment?
I don't know about the future. It's definitely the present right now with the given circumstances. Future ka to we have no idea. We should stop guessing about the future, at least now, after whatever has happened lately with us and what's going to happen in the future. Presently, yes, this is the best possible medium to get your content out, and that's what we are doing.
Vikrant, you have been always a favorite on the OTT platform. You've always been there, web series or films. So, do you think it's a very favorable change for actors? For now, it
is definitely a favorable change, but not just for actors. I would say, for all creative artists. I know so many of my friends today who actually accept the fact that there is definitely no dearth of work today. Everyone has an opportunity to go out and do their bit. So be it writers, be it directors, be it technicians, be it actors, I think everyone today has enough space to sort of spread their arms around, at least to begin with. And I completely agree with Taapsee. In fact, what she said was verbatim in my head that, you really don't know about the future, but this definitely is present. So, I mean, this particular platform or, this very new exposure that, audiences and creatives have alike has given us a lot of opportunity to, sort of showcase our skill sets. And it's a great opportunity to be anything related to, storytelling, be it cinema, be it, be it OTT, be it anything. So it's a great time to be a storyteller. Yeah.
And television, you had made a shift from television. So how was it like to make a shift from television and come to films? Was it a conscious decision, and how difficult or easy was it for you?
It was an absolutely conscious decision. I had nearly done a decade of television, and by the grace of God, I was fairly doing decently well, if I can put it that way. But I felt underutilized. Every day after 16, 18 hours of work, I would come back home. I was not very happy. I was unhappy, if I have to put it bluntly. It was a conscious decision. I actually sat my parents down and I told them, this is what I think I will do. I really don't want to continue here. So because, I come from a middle-class family and, our only priorities, our priorities are very basic. Graduation complete honi chahiye, sar ke upar chhat honi chahiye. So when I bought my first house at 24, I sat my parents down. I told them, okay, this is what you actually wanted me to do. I've done it. Now I want to pursue things that I want to do. It was difficult initially. Let's face the unfortunate fact that television actors, not today, but I would say 8 years ago, and to a certain degree even today, are looked down upon. ये एक तकिया कलाम बन गया कि अरे तो लोखंड वाला का एक्टर है. तो ये सारी चीजें they are very demotivating. ये सारी चीजें बिल्कुल आपके mental health पे और emotional health पे they do take a toll. But I really am very thick-skinned that way. I would listen to it.
लोखंड वाला का एक्टर क्या होता है?
I पता नहीं. You should ask people who've categorized it.
Very local? Is it very local that you want to say, very local kind of an actor?
No, it's kind of condescending. Taapsee knows what I'm saying. I know she knows what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I think when TV actors, they live around Lokhandwala a lot. I think
No, but I live beyond Lokhandwala also, like further away from the happening zone. So I'm even further away from Lokhandwala wala actor.
जैसे आप टाउन और बैंड्रा से दूर होते जाते हैं ना, तो ये वही वाली मेंटालिटी है. So it does take a toll on you. I will concede the fact that it really did affect me. But then I am someone, if you sort of tell me that, this is beyond your reach, I will make sure that I work hard enough to sort of prove you wrong. I do have that slightly competitive streak in me. So it was tough, but God's been kind. I really believe in one thing, to sum it up quickly. I really believe that, if you're persistent with whatever you really believe in, irrespective of what people are blabbering around you, you really need to, focus on what you think you're good at. And it really doesn't matter. You can't go out there pleasing everyone. What matters is eventually what matters is what you think of yourself. You have to back yourself.
How has your journey been in the industry? You have done Telugu films, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I can only think of the fact that it's been fair. It's been fair. So whatever I deserved, I have got. And if I work harder, I will get more. It's very fair in my head. And I have to just get better at many aspects, and I shall receive more work. And because when I look around and I see millions of people who want to become an actor, hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people who come to Bombay to become an actor, how many of them do get an exposure? Maybe 0.1%. And out of that, how many of them get to be in a film? Again, 0.001%. And how many of them get to be in a film which is released and does well? The number is so tiny. And to be in that very tiny bracket, even to be in the 30 or 20 options.
And Tapsi, what is your, you were also in the Telugu film industry. That has been a while now. You worked with stalwarts in the industry, like you worked with Amitabh Ji, and you worked with Rishi Kapoor. So, and now, what has the journey taught you?
I worked in Telugu and Tamil both. I've worked and I still do. Every year I do one South film. I haven't given it up. So it is not a long time back thing. It is still very much there. So it has been, I'm for a person who never wanted to become an actor. I never wanted to. I never thought highly of, this profession in terms of like, I always thought I will do something which has got a lot to do with desk work inside, like a lot of like creative brain will be used in writing things and coming with concepts and all that typical regular job that you call. I wanted to do all that. So I was very good in maths, so I thought I'll do something of that sort only. Never wanted to get into acting because I never thought I could pretend to be someone else. That was my answer when people used to say that you're modeling now, which I was for pocket money's sake. And then they were like, oh, obviously you're going to become an actor. I said, I don't want to become an actor because I don't think I can pretend to be someone else. So from there to now, I've learned only one thing in life: never say never. So that's how my journey has been.
And Vikrant, now
it's the title of your book, Tapsi.
Yeah, good. Now I just got an idea. Yeah, never say never.
Never say never.
And Vikrant, it's been 7 years in the industry. Correct me again if I'm wrong.
7 years in the film industry, yes.
Yeah, 7 years in the film industry. So how does it all feel being recognized so soon? And how is the whole feeling of it?
To be very honest, it feels great. I feel blessed. But there's a lot more that I yet have within the tank. I've just begun. I haven't even started doing things that I want to do. So I'm still a few years away from sort of consolidating my position as an actor here. But let me take this opportunity to sort of spell this out, which a lot of people don't know about, the film fraternity, which is, it is actually the most democratic, the most democratic, the most libertarian community or society that we have in our country. And contrary to popular belief that, कि यहाँ पे बाहर वालों को मौका नहीं मिलता है, यहाँ पे मतलब ऐसा है, यहाँ पे वैसा है, यहाँ पे बहुत बुरे लोग हैं. It is all rubbish. If you are good at what you do, this probably will be the first community in this whole country that will stand up and applaud and back you. And I think that's happened with me, Like in the previous question, as I said, it was really difficult for people to see me in a different light because of their baggage, not the baggage that I carried, but because of their baggage for television actors. But here I am today. I'm working with the likes of Taapsee Pannu. I'm there. I'm working with the best of best, and I really believe in this fact. If you're good at what you do, and I would want to believe that I'm good at what I do, people here, especially within the film fraternity, they do take notice, and they are always there to back you and sort of pat your back. it's one of the most democratic, libertarian, robust societies or communities in the country.
And what next, Vikrant?
What next? I have a film with Z Studio that's out really soon. It's called Chauda Phere. I have a film with Red Chillies and Drishyam, which is called Love Hostel. I've collaborated with Shankar Raman and Sania Malhotra and Bobby Deol in that. That's one film that I'm really looking forward to. Then I have a couple of films which I really don't think I am in a position to speak about right now, because I myself have no clarity when and as to how I can talk about it. But I think we'll have to wait for a bit for that.
And Tapsi, what's next for you?
I think we will spend a different day to discuss what is next for me.
I think every time Vikrant or Tapsi gets a COVID test, they sign a film. Every time they go for a vaccination, they sign 4 films. So this is what their numbers are.
No, I have at least 4 more releases this year after this. So I'm hoping they come out soon in this year itself. Yeah.
And what about you, Harshvardhan? What next? When do I see you again?
Yeah, hopefully. So I was supposed to start a film in UK on 1st of May. So we got into the red list, our country. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that to open up. So I'll start shooting for that.
Thank you all, Vikrant, Tapsi, and
thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you so much.